previous story, we all rejoiced with that poor lame man who had never been able to walk until Peter spoke to him. If we had lived in Jerusalem at that time, we too would probably have joined the crowd of people who ran together to see him leap and dance for joy. But the rulers and the chief people of the city, who had hated Jesus and crucified him, also hated Jesus' apostles. They were not happy when they heard of this. They arrested Peter and John and brought them into court and asked them by what power they had healed the crippled man. Peter told these rulers plainly that he himself had no power to heal anyone, but that he had healed this man in the name, or by the power of Jesus, that very Jesus whom these rulers had crucified. He also told them how Jesus had risen from the dead, and how he still lives with his people on earth, and helps, and heals, and keeps them, even though they cannot see him now with their eyes. And when he further told them that no man can ever be saved and go to heaven unless he trusts and obeys this Jesus, the rulers became more angry than ever. When the rulers now saw how brave Peter and John were, they knew that these men had been with Jesus, and that Jesus must still be with them. And when they watched the lame man walk before them, they knew that Jesus was still doing through Peter the same good deeds he had done while he was here on earth, and they could find no argument to use against Peter, and were afraid to punish Peter and John. Now, how can people tell that you have been with Jesus, and that you belong to Jesus? Well, how can people tell that you are your father's son or daughter? Is it not because perhaps you look like your father or mother, and talk and walk and act like them, and do the things they do, and as they do them? And people will say, John is just like his father. Or, Mary reminds me so much of her mother. Why should you not be like your parents, when every day you live with them, and learn of them, and love and obey them? And so it is with you and Jesus. If you live with him much, and let him teach you in his holy word, and if you will talk to him much in prayer, and if you will love and obey him and do the things he did, just as Peter and John did, you will grow so much like Jesus that people will notice it and say, there is a Christian boy, or there is a girl who is a good friend of Jesus.